Humans
Yes.
have always dreamed of flying, and now one Aussie has proven that dream is a reality. David Mayman took his jetpack for a spin around the Statue of Liberty, and it's a stunt which has been seen millions of times on the internet. It is just the future that we all imagined when we were kids, and now it's coming true. David joins us from our LA studio, and it looks majestic. Does it feel as good as it looks?
Good morning, guys. Better than it looks. I think if you think about all the dreams you've ever had about flying, put them all together, it's better than that.
So how difficult is it
like
to master the the dynamics at work in these flying escapades of yours?
Flying escapades. Look, I've been practicing for a few years, and really there's nobody to teach me, so I've had to train myself, which has been a bit slapdash from time to time. But in the end, it's actually a very stable machine. Once you're used to it, then it's actually easy.
Right. It looks so effortless, and of course, it allows you to go to truly fly, because it seems like your own mini helicopter, even better.
Right, even better, because you don't have the rotor blades and you don't have things around you. You have this tiny little thing that's strapped onto you. And in New York, I was just standing on the back of the boat, and then the next second I was sort of 100 feet in the air doing 50 miles an hour, looking down on the world, looking up at Statue, Lady Liberty. And you can effectively do anything you want in this machine. You can go fast, you can stop, you can go backwards, you can pirouette. And it's really very, very small. You can put it in a large suitcase.
And what's the flight time?
Depends on the pilot weight. For me, it's somewhere between sort of 6 and 10 minutes. For a lighter pilot, it could be more than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't want to run out of fuel in one of these things. I guess you monitor that very closely.
Yeah, right. No, we have a fuel gauge on it, and we calculate exactly what we're planning to do before the flight. And, we get lots of warnings, and we're working on a parachute recovery system now as well. So if you had the misfortune of running out of fuel, then you could actually land down gently under a parachute.
Yeah, I want one of those when I get my model.
Right.
The world's only just adjusting, I guess, to the advent of drones in our skies. Are we going to get used to a whole heap of jetpacks, do you think?
It's coming. It's definitely coming, guys. The drone technology is sort of pushing through the legislation in front of us, which is nice, because we don't have to pay for all of that. But one day, I'm not saying in the next 5-10 years, but one day these things will be a valid means of getting people from A to B.
And there are a number of people in this race to develop, the jetpack and make it mainstream. The first to do that, I guess, is going to have a huge advantage. What makes yours different from other prototypes?
I reckon we are first, and the inventor and my design partner, Nelson Tyler, who's a Hollywood inventor, he designed the original rocket belt back in the 60s, so we've got that advantage. We've sort of got that heritage to follow on from. We're different because we're a true jetpack engine, or a jet engine, just like you have on an airliner, but scaled down to something that you can wear. Mm-hmm. There are other things out there, but they don't actually run jet engines, and they're large. You can't put them in a suitcase. You can't wear them and sort of walk around with them. I can wear this thing all day. Actually, I have done for training, sitting in the office and just wearing it.
That makes for a quick getaway from work. These things are becoming more and more attractive.
So right, there you go. We'll put you on the list.
Well, I reckon the first time I saw a jetpack in use would have been, I think, at the Los Angeles Olympics in the 80s. What's different about them? How have they evolved?
So the 1984 Olympic Games opening ceremony, they flew a rocket belt, which is a hydrogen peroxide rocket-fueled thing. They last for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. That machine was actually designed by my partner, Nelson Tyler, over here. But 20 seconds is basically a fuel emergency as soon as you leap off the ground. Where am I going to land,
And what do they, what's the sort of unit cost of one of these at the moment?
For one of ours? The problem is if we had to build one and recoup all of our R&D, it would be like millions of dollars. But the idea is now to, get a bunch of orders and then bring that right down to like a super expensive luxury car. That's the kind of concept that we've got. I'm
guessing there's military applications for these things too. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, actually, not so much we've looked at that, but they're looking at us. They've contacted us. The beauty of our machine is it's extraordinarily fast and small. So if you want to put somebody into an environment sort of 10 kilometres or 15 kilometres down the road at 100 miles an hour plus, maybe 200 kilometres an hour, we can do that, and they can pull that out of the back of a Jeep. So that's interesting to some. But also for search and rescue, for more community-focused purposes, you can get somewhere quickly, at least identify what the issue is, report back. There's nothing that can do that as quickly, as nimbly, and as small a package as we can.
All right. Well, look, it's absolutely fascinating technology, and I'm mesmerised watching you fly that thing. Congratulations, and we'll keep track of your progress.
It was a blast. Thank you. Thank you, guys.